London, 2012. Summer, Games, gold, silver, bronze, seemingly inoffensive words in themselves, but put them together in a certain combination to cash in on Olympic fever, and you'll find yourself as welcome as a dropped baton in a relay race. I sought expert advice from one of the UK's top creative consultancies, whose clients include both official sponsors and non-sponsors of the Games. I've been playing around with a couple of designs myself, and these are, I have to say, in no way CNN official things. And CNN would never do this, but I just wonder, what would you say to me if I brought that to you?
You're using two of the most loaded words here, London and 2012. You're running the risk of an association. If you had this on a screen, and you were referring to Olympic events in the piece that you were doing, I think Olympic officials might take offence.
The big brands still have the resources, the legal resources, the creative resources to go out there and create amazing marketing campaigns, which steer clear of an actual breach of the association right. At the other end of the spectrum, you've got the small businesses, and those are the ones that are suffering, because they don't have the resources, they don't have the power to fight back if they're challenged on anything they're doing.
Without such resources, several small businesses use a risky but cheap and easy strategy of adopting the Olympic name. Olympic hair salons, cafes and car washes have sprung up all over London.
I think it will help our business, as it was showing that we are participating in the Olympics area, and this is to show our dedication towards and the support towards the Olympics right now.
Martin Routledge began collecting the new Olympians on camera, and within a year found he had enough to publish a photo album, which he cheekily called Olympics.
So that's the one just opposite there.
It's the Olympic fish and chips. It's one of the first ones that I saw.
Have you encountered any evidence of people perhaps covering up the signs or changing the names back?
Yeah, I know there's definitely one or two that we came across where they'd might have been using an Olympic logo, and they were kind of asked to cover that up. Okay. Certainly there's a cafe in Stratford that was just called Cafe Olympic, and I think they had a visit and were asked to change the name, so they quite cunningly just changed the name by removing the O, so that became Cafe Olympic.
Such visits are conducted by someone dressed like this. The garish uniform may resemble a gaggle of tour guides more than a unit of elite enforcers, but make no mistake, the branding police are armed with a range of sanctions, from a slap on the wrist to a $30,000 fine. The man who introduced sponsors to an Olympic movement facing financial ruin in the 1980s now says his rules have been abused.
To be clear, the sponsors weren't asking for this level of protection. If anything, the sponsors were saying, you're being too tough. There's a potential backlash on us. You know, we're not asking to stop the flower shop or the butcher or whatever from celebrating. We just don't want the other big brands associating, and I think that's a very fair case, which the public also accept.
As the London Olympics continue, attempts to jump on the Olympic brand wagon are becoming increasingly creative. Some becoming internet hits, others just content with working up an appetite for their Olympic brand. Neil Curry, CNN, London.